Welcome to Nerdychat. I'm Shotgun. This here is Nerdychat. We got variant R69 and the Baron Grimm the Great. How you doing, guys, on YouTube? We're doing awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What are we here today for, Mr. Shotgun? Wonderful job.
I'm here to say that even though Habs are down 3-0, I still believe. I still believe. I still believe. Okay, what are we really here for?
Okay, look, that's the last time I let you open.
Okay.
All right.
I got carried away. You said put a little shotgun flair in it.
Okay, look.
That was a lot of flair. It was all the flair.
Okay, let's start over.
Okay, now I'm tired.
Let's start over. We'll be back in a few minutes. No. We're here to look at Loki. Loki, episode 4, guys. What a great episode. Did you guys feel like this one was short as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
I did. Quick.
It did go by quick, but I still liked it.
So much. There's a lot of quality in there, though.
Yeah, it might be my new #1 episode from this series.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
I still was a little disappointed. I'm disappointed that they didn't jump. I thought they were just going to jump off when the thing was blowing up.
Jump off the planet.
Yes, and they didn't do that.
Who called getting saved by TVA?
I think the closest person to that was probably Tynerius.
Was it Variant? Oh,
Tynerius said something about him,
or was it
presenting a fixed tempad, which that's, that's close. I didn't think that would quite be it because, whatever.
Hey, I have a really important question before we get going here.
All right.
If we were a boy band, what would we be as members? You know how they always have the pretty boy and the bad boy and the lead guy.
Well, you'd be the pretty boy. So you'd be the pretty boy.
Sure.
Variant 69 would be the old boy. Is there an old boy?
I think there might be.
The crusty old bass player.
Regardless, we'd all have our shirts open in the rain.
That's right, and I believe I believe you would be the Justin Timberlake of this band. There,
myself.
Yeah.
All right, I can accept that.
Yeah.
Which leaves Rob to be
the sporty one.
The sporty one. He's sporty spice. So, yeah, there you go.
Good, thanks. I needed to get that out. I needed it out.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, people, but
there you go.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment and let us know what you think, where we would all stand in the boy band.
Baron Grimm and the Dudes album drops next month.
So with that said, guys, let's get moving on to the show. I'm going to show you something right here, which I believe could be a bit of foresight, maybe a spoiler. So if you're not ready for this big spoiler moment, then avert your eyes, because I think that.
Yep.
Grimm the Great Timekeeper.
Yep. Agree.
Prune him.
Oh, I'm gonna get pruned, guys. I think we could see this in the future of the MCU. Who's behind it all? The ever-growing name, Baron Grimm, the Great Timekeeper.
It's me.
It is. Close the book on that one.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. Spoiled.
Now we know.
Hot scoop here, only on Nerdy Couch.
Yeah. So for real, guys, though, let's start the actual show. I'm happy to see, Grimm coming to light in the MCU. Every show we do, Grimm's name grows.
That's right.
So, where do we start? We start in Asgard. Now, unlike other visions of Asgard, this is a scene from behind, which kind of it's kind of a cool view, being a variant. Maybe it's a variant world type deal. Monica says, hey guys, how's it going? Nice pick.
Oh, thank you.
That's a real pick, by the way.
That's my new altered. That's my new Facebook banner, actually. Yep.
Yeah, it sure is. Which is, it's very, you're supposed to be keeping that a secret.
Oh,
so
wow.
And we got this little girl Loki, who is
so sweet.
Yeah, she's just playing with her toys, her dragons and her knights, and then the stupid time variant police,
the TVA,
the TVA come in and they take her away. And I think the what's her name, Rovana?
Renslayer, yeah. Ravonna.
Yeah,
Renslayer. Renslayer is this is a Renslayer before she became the judge.
Ah, that's right.
Who takes her. And then they reset her time. I think they've only got one of those left. So
buy a new 6-pack.
Yep, they bring her. Yeah, they have to order them online, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks. So
that's right.
They take her back to the TVA. She gets to see this lovely decor for the first time.
Yep.
And then quickly, she goes through those same steps that Loki did.
Yeah.
You can see that her stack of paper is quite a bit smaller. She hasn't been around quite as long.
Is that the same guy?
I believe so.
Yep.
Wow, he's been in that position a long time.
Except he doesn't have a cat yet.
Ah, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, this has been going on for a very long time. The same thing over and over.
Yeah, so they don't seem to age. So she's going through. She's got her very own TVA jumpsuit. She goes through the scanner to make sure she's not a robot. And then she goes to the judging to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't take it too lightly, though.
No.
Because she bites.
Good.
That's one way to get out.
She stomps on her toe. Steals her TemPad. And then makes it through a portal of her own.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I feel like she's a very poor TVA agent. Just fully gets her TemPad stolen by a child after being bit.
Yeah. And this is not even the last time her TemPad gets stolen.
How did she make it to judge? Really?
I don't know. Like after that, I think later they actually mention it too. Like that, even though you did that, you got to be judge.
Mm.
So
now, is this Sylvie? Do we know this?
At this point in the show, we don't know this, but because we've seen it, we know this.
I had like a bit of a feeling that this was kind of doing a bit of origin story on Sylvie there, which kind of clears up the whole is she
conversation?
A Loki?
The conversation we had last time, right?
Yeah. Which was nice because I was really still curious as to how they were intertwining that.
Anyway, it quickly cuts over to a scene where Renslayer is coming through that lackluster or low-key elevator.
The golden elevator.
Into the foggy room where everybody's smoking.
The blue smoke.
Yes.
There's always blue smoke in there.
The smokers lounge.
Like, the timekeepers are like mob bosses. They just really enjoy cigars.
Yeah.
They sit around playing cards.
Where through the fog, for the first time, you get to see those figures.
And then Rob Lee pops in and
he sits in front of them all like, hey guys, I've been behind it the whole time.
Yep.
Just like in The Wizard of Oz.
Yep. It does have a Wizard of Oz kind of feel too.
Yeah.
She comes out of that after no time at all, and catches up with Mobius in the hallway, where they discuss a few things. One of them being that he wants to see Hunter C20. Right? She says she's dead. She's gone.
Nice.
No more C20. Says that
she's too crazy.
The variant scrambled her mind, man.
Whoa.
She just went downhill from there.
This scene was really interesting because everything Mobius said made sense. I got to talk to her. Oh, no, you can't talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that kind of goes on.
Renslayer is
covering.
She knows something.
Yeah. Then we get a scene of what was this place called again?
Lamentus 1.
Lamentus 1, yeah. Lamentus 1. And everything's falling down. They're getting to their last moments on this place before it goes kaboom. And she explains that the TVA showed up, and this is where you find out that it was that girl.
Yeah.
Right? And this solidifies the storyline that they're going with, where she is a variant of Loki who has just kind of changed a bit.
It's funny that they can have this moment right now while the whole world is blowing up around them.
Sometimes you just have to take a moment.
That's right. What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get
jump.
You're going to explode.
Jump.
Well, they're waiting to jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to leave the whole jump thing alone, are you?
No.
They erased her reality and took her as prisoner because she's not supposed to exist. All because she's not supposed to exist.
That's not good.
Right?
She was an accident.
This is prejudice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of variant Lokis, they said.
Yep.
More than any other. Isn't that something that was said in one of the episodes?
It may
there?
have been.
I think so.
I've been told I drink too loud, so I'm trying to.
Well, you can
That's fine. Yeah. Just bring that up. Let's go.
Yeah. She says she stole a temp pad. She got out of there. She ran. Long time. It really sucked. She's been hiding out in apocalypses all this time, just growing up in the apocalypses.
It's not a very good life.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not for a little girl.
No. You can see that world is just falling apart. That moon is collapsing and shooting asteroids everywhere.
Yeah,
and
then
boom.
Bigger.
Boom. That was it, verb right? Yeah, you know.
That didn't sound like it.
And they're just sitting there watching it, holding hands.
It's like fireworks to them.
Yeah, they know what's happening.
Yeah,
you can see them just almost romantically kind of sitting together. You know,
It's gorgeous.
it's so beautiful.
Ooh,
Not as beautiful as your eyes.
Ooh. Did that take batteries?
Okay, look, this is not the after hours show. Right, you gotta wait for that. And their relationship growing like that
It makes a peak.
Makes a peak. It's
a big one too.
It certainly
Even
does.
it's certainly made the scale rise. You know, and they discuss. You know, you ever seen a peak like that before? No,
Nope.
sir, I haven't.
Oh man, you didn't
That's
put a
more
warning
than-
on this one.
More than stepping on a leaf, I think they said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever's happening between them has spiked an anomaly that they can see right through the apocalypse of that planet, right? And so they assume that they're there, I guess, and they send them portals, which they come through, and then they automatically get taken.
So they weren't saved.
Well,
Like,
they're safer here.
You're saved, but then you were captured. So, man.
Would you
Poor
rather
choice.
be
But they didn't die.
I don't know.
captured
Right.
or exploded?
Still would
Well,
have jumped.
They could have jumped and then
Yeah, if they had just jumped,
They
off
would
the
have
planet.
just duck and roll. They could have landed anywhere.
just a passerby or planet. You know, just
Yeah.
oh look, there's another
Oh,
small
oh,
planet.
oh.
Let's just jump on it.
Yeah.
All we got to do is stand on our heads and then plant our feet on the next one.
Yeah, just
It'll be fine.
classic.
tuck and roll.
As they're taking Loki away, he mentions that, by the way, I should have had an equal amount of security. This is insulting. So he's insulted that there was more TVA members concerned with Sylvie than him, which I thought was pretty hilarious. Got me chuckling a little. They go into the room, and then they're going to throw him in this red portal. The other ones were yellow. So where could this lead? Before they throw him in, though, he says,
Not good.
the TVA is lying to you, Mobius. Mobius doesn't have much of it.
No.
In fact, he pretty much calls him an asshat.
Yep.
So their friendship is on the rocks right now.
Sad. All that chemistry down
Yeah.
the drain. Because he's
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any jet skiing in the future. They're not.
No, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have a
not
little
that close
discussion
to-
about that. We'll have a little
Not the two
discussion
of
about
them,
that.
man.
Maybe not the two on the jet ski like we
No,
said, but
like they're just not friends anymore. They're close enough, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's still time.
Okay, I believe.
So he gets put into this prison of bad memories. How quaint.
That is
That
a
would
bad
not
memory.
be good.
Where Lady Sith repeatedly comes in accusing him of cutting her hair and then punches him in the face, knees him in the nuts, and leaves over and
Punches him
over
again?
again. It's just over and over and over again.
Oh, that would be awful.
All right.
It would be.
Oh, damn.
To
Especially
the point,
from Sif, because she's a tough girl.
yeah, she is a pretty tough gal. You know, I bet you she's got a good punch behind her. In the meantime, we're back at Renslayer's office, where Mobius has just come in, and he's asked to see the variant, Sylvie, and she's like, "Yo, you should be interrogating the Loki variant. She's
But,
very,
she's not doesn't give him very much like power, right? Like, she doesn't really. She plays with his mind a lot. She doesn't give him a lot of respect like he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Well, I've put him in the memory loop while he marinates. I thought maybe I would interview the other one." She says nobody speaks to the other variant. Pretty quickly, she shuts him down.
Yeah, she's hiding something.
The whole time you get the idea she's hiding something.
Oh, big time.
Right? She's very like avoid the question type deal.
Putting walls up, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mobius says, if there's a mastermind, I don't think it's Loki. I don't think he's behind it.
I think he's hitting close to the mark.
Mm-hmm. She says, work your Loki, figure out what caused the spike. They need to figure out what caused that event. So he leaves.
So just do your job.
Do your job.
That's basically what she says.
Just after leaving, he gets stopped by what's her code name?
115.
Is B15.
Is it B?
Was
Yeah,
it B?
B15.
I'm trying to see what it says there on her helmet. You can kind of tap.
Later on, somebody says her name, so I think it's B15. R2D. I don't know.
R2.
Same world now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could be.
She says, did the Loki say anything while you were in there? Says, yeah, he told me the TVA is lying to us. So why is she asking these questions, I wonder?
Mm-hmm. And that TVA is lying piece seemed to hit her a little harder than you would have thought.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of that
memories,
maybe
something's going on.
Yeah.
Speaking of that same world now, isn't it? It'd be kind of cool to see like just tiny little snippets of Star Wars Marvel crossover pieces.
You know what?
I thought you were going to say tiny little hands.
Tiny little hands. That's offensive. You know what, though? I think that there'd be a certain amount of people. There's a good portion of people who want these two worlds to stay separate.
Oh, for sure.
There'd be a lot of upset people, I think.
It can still be a galaxy far, far away and have like just the tiniest little slivers thrown in there.
I don't mind if they do spoof stuff. Like
where you're watching a Star Wars movie and there's a Kree sitting at the table or something silly. Like a real quick Easter egg. Nothing big. I don't want to see.
I don't mind if it's not canon. If it's not canon, then I don't mind. If it's some sort of like worlds are splitting apart here, right? So multiverse is coming. They could play with a lot of stuff.
Sure.
But if they brought in Vader and Vader couldn't use the Force, that'd be quite interesting to see him freak out a bit.
Yeah. Powerless.
Yeah.
So back at the time loop, Loki's starting to break down a little bit. Starting to kind of beg almost.
Well, I think he feeds her a little truth bomb here.
Yeah. He's like, I'm scared. He's like, I'm a narcissist.
Yeah. I cut your hair because I thought it'd be funny, but
it wasn't
funny.
It's like, I'm scared of being alone. And then she goes,
it worked once.
Yeah.
Because one time he didn't get punched and kicked. She walked by him and
she just
said,
walked by.
You're useless. Which
How's it
might
going,
hurt
Fox?
more.
How's it going,
That might hurt more, though, right? Being told the truth instead of getting punched.
Yeah, because she does.
You're useless.
Walk away and says, "You'll always be alone."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Instead of just beating the heck out of him.
That
Not long
probably
after
hurts.
that, Yeah. Well, for somebody who has so much pride.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not long after that, Mobius walks in and says, "You ready to talk, Loki?" So they're back at the. They've come out of that time loop into somewhere much more comfortable and stylistic. And
But just as dim.
Yeah, just as dim. No lights.
It's got to save on the hydro bill. You're trying to charge all those temp pads all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
they
that's
take
right.
so much energy, right?
Right.
Says Mobius says, "So you said the TVA was lying to me. Go ahead, humor me."
Mhm.
Yeah. And then Loki kind of just takes credit for everything, right? He pretty much says, "Oh, I'm behind everything," right?
Mhm.
He says, Mobius is like, "Are you working for the variant?" He's like, "No, I'm not working for the variant. She's difficult and irritating, and she tries to hit me all the time." It's like a sibling.
You.
Captain Comic, ahoy,
Captain
mate.
Ahoy,
Yes,
mate.
sir.
Thank you for being here today. Doing some Loki episode number 4. So she tries to hit me all the time. It's almost like a sibling rivalry type deal, right? Or not rivalry, but the way a sibling would treat someone.
Pretty much they are, if you think about it.
Yeah. Mobius
Are
wants
they,
to
though?
know, are they the same person, essentially? A variant, you could say. Mobius just wants them to tell what caused the Nexus level event on Lamentus. Loki just admits to being the brains of it all.
Mhm.
You know,
Mastermind.
he says, "Of course I'm pulling the strings. You know, I set it up. She's only a pawn." Right? She's essentially, Mobius says, and the variant, well, there's something very big happening. And when it's all done, I'll dispose of her.
Mhm.
You know, she's just a pawn,
Trying to protect her.
nothing else. And you get that feeling.
And in
You
the
get
end,
that-
that's all he really wants to know. He doesn't want to, like, he's just telling him what he wants to really know in the end. And
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he's playing
what he wants to
with
hear.
him again. Yeah, that's what he wants to hear. That's what I meant.
Yeah. And Mobius says, well, we saved you the trouble there then. She's already been pruned. Oh no. Oh dear. Good riddance, he says.
He does have that shocked look on his face too before he's oh no,
He's
that's
not
fine.
He's not fooling Mobius
No.
Nope.
at all. Right? And he's like, what? You like her. You really like her. Right? Does she like you? You can almost see the joy on Mobius's face when he's saying this and stuff like that. He's like, you're a narcissist. You know? Forming a sick kind of twisted relationship like that.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying if I ran into a female me, I may fall in love.
You're almost the female you.
They'd be into everything you would be into. Look,
Yeah.
See, that
It'd
would
be
cause
perfect.
trouble for me because if I ran into somebody like me, I'd be like, I'd have to buy double the comics.
no, you both would have a job.
Yeah, that's fine, but
And no
Rob-
money because you'd spend it all on comics.
yeah, and I'm not
Yeah,
gonna. We
you
have to
just
have
wouldn't-
our separate comics because
You just wouldn't be able to
she's
eat.
not touching my comics, no matter how good looking she is.
It'd all go to comics and no food.
Yeah, which means we die.
Yeah.
Says some kind of sick romantic relationship like that between two variants. That's pure chaos. That could break reality, which is why we saw that spike. All right. Complete narcissist.
Seismic.
Let's learn to read, people. It's important. Go to school.
It's a big word.
You know, sound it out.
It's huge.
Incredible seismic narcissist.
Seismic almost. It's a seismic word.
Yeah. You
fell
fell for yourself. Yeah. And if anybody can do it,
Silly.
it's Loki.
Exactly.
That's the guy.
All right. He screams, "Is she alive?" Finding, breaking that act he was previously doing.
Yeah.
She says, "For now." Right? Kind of a sigh of relief from Loki. Says, "If what Sylvie told me is true, this could affect all of us." Says, "You're all variants." So this is
drops the bomb.
Dropping that bomb, man. Just exploded it all over his face.
Well, here's a towel.
Says the timekeepers didn't create you; they kidnapped you from your own timelines. So before this, you had a past, maybe even a family, a life.
A jet
Maybe
ski.
a jet ski.
A jet ski.
See, everybody's thinking it.
Brilliant. Wow.
Wow.
So, he's not buying it. He kind of goes, "Good one" type deal. You two, you guys are a pair. You're a class act.
Hey, he thinks he's lying again.
Yep.
Or does he?
They have a bit of a thing about lying and stuff like that, and he's like, well, since now I have all the information I need from you, now I can close this case, right? And essentially, he's like, in your words, I have no use for you anymore, right? Before he gets thrown back into the time loop, they have a little quarrel about lying and stuff like that, and he says, "You know what?" Loki says, "You know what? You're the biggest liar." And he goes, "You mean for telling you that your girlfriend was dead?" And Loki goes, No, that I respect. It's the lies that you're telling yourself.
Oh yeah,
that makes you the biggest liar." He's like,
planting the bug.
And then Mobius goes, "Wow. Wow." Out of the people here, I do it the worst. So we get a quick scene where Hunter B-15,
the bomber,
she's kind of looking distressed.
Very curious.
Right? She's kind of shaking her head, and she's very out of it. She's distressed.
She's not her usual grumpy self.
No. And she gives a quick look at this poster on the wall that says, "Did you get them all? Gotta catch 'em all."
Verified through deletion. That's amazing.
Yeah. Those motivational posters that you see around work.
Yeah. Just don't prune one. Prune everyone you can find.
And that spikes an idea in her head where she goes to the door where Sylvie is, and she's like, "Open that door." She gets in there. Sylvie stands up. She does a little joke about not being able to see what her name is. I can't read it. Yada yada. She gets up, and you kind of expect there to be some conflict here. And then she says,
"Come with me."
Come with me.
Yep.
She opens up a portal door. She says, "Come with me."
I have some questions for you.
Yeah, they go through that door, and then you don't see them for a few minutes. But now we're in that office again, where Mobius is given the paperwork, and they've closed the closed the case now, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, closed.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
He was
closing that case there.
he was pretty slick here, eh? He was a slick guy.
Yeah.
With this trick.
She's trying to converse about a bunch of stuff, and he kind of just throws a bunch of questions at her. This is an important question that she asks, I feel, because it comes back up later. She says, if you could go anywhere, anytime, where would it be? And he's like, well, I kind of like it right here, working with you. And you know, she asks a few other questions and stuff like that, but all he wants to know is, why wouldn't you let me interrogate Sylvie? You know? She throws a bunch of bullshit kind of explanations about, you know, keeping him safe and stuff like that and stuff and yada yada yada. Every word she says is bullshit. That's the feeling you get.
Oh yeah.
I think it was when Loki was going back through the portal, like the way he looked. Mobius thought, okay, maybe he isn't lying. There's something going on that I don't know, but he does.
And she kind of diverts the question and says, well, the time variants, they want to oversee the pruning of the variants.
Yeah.
The timekeepers, right? They're like, they want you to be there too. And he's
Isn't
like, oh
he
yeah,
lucky?
that's cool.
Finally
he doesn't
gets to meet him.
Yeah, he doesn't give it much thought though, right? Because right quickly he's like, again, asking the questions, the hard questions. You know,
he's starting to see through her lies.
Yeah. What about the condition that C20 was in the last time she saw her and stuff like that? And again, she's like, well, she was going crazy and she was deteriorating, and you know, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want you guys to turn out like that, and yada yada yada. Bullshit.
That Rowena Ravenclaw is just full of lies. I can't remember her name. I'm gonna go with Rowena Ravenclaw because I'm familiar with Harry Potter, I guess.
Yeah. I've just been saying the last name because
what is it?
It's Ravenclaw. No, it's not Ravenclaw. It's
good one, Graham.
Renslayer.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ravenclaw.
Just remember, in the first episode, they went to Renfest. Renslayer. There you go. That's your word association.
All right. Thank you.
Now you know.
do.
So eventually I just went through puberty, I think.
You did. You definitely that happened.
Hey guys. Yep. It makes me feel younger, so it doesn't matter. He a little bit of a ploy, like Rob, like Shotgun was saying, his swift move here, where he's like, you know, what are you gonna do with that trophy there? Because he knows that she collects trophies from all different timelines and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. As she's going to put it away, little sleight of hand.
Ooh.
He swaps out the temp pads.
Here's a broken one.
Slick move. I think he's just swapping out his.
Yeah, he just wants hers because hers has got more information on it.
Yeah. Well, hers has all the games on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. All the good games.
Yeah.
He screwed his up with porn on there.
Yeah.
All the viruses he's got now.
All the viruses on that thing.
It's terrible. So he swaps that out like a clever boy. And she's like, yeah, we'll stay for some more drinks. He's like, no, I got to get out of here. She kind of is suspicious about him only having one drink. So apparently he's an alcoholic.
Yeah, they must have had many nights where they drink and just, Yeah.
One thing leads to another.
She did talk a lot in this scene about their friendship and how it's a rare thing, and all kinds
especially
of
in the
time close.
Agency
they're
and stuff.
Close.
And she mentions that she mentions all that, and then he says something along the lines of, "See, I knew I was your favorite." You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if the other people she's dealt with like the other rings on that thing were other variants of him.
Could be.
Do you know what I mean? You ever
She's
think of
having
that?
relations of all of them.
Because
But only friendships.
yeah, somebody
Which kind
comes
of
in
brought
and keeps
into
moving
question
rings.
for me. Are there no romantic relationships in the TVA? Like,
It's forbidden.
Well, up to
because
now,
they're all created, I guess.
up to now, they
They
all
all
believe
think
that they
they're
were
created.
created for a purpose, right?
That's right.
And if they
so.
deviate from that purpose,
So they had no feelings.
you know, I think Mobius is about to deviate, though.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to see where the T-3000 and Sylvie went, which is back to that.
Back to the Future.
Yes, Back to the Future. The DeLorean is just off to the side in the bushes. Back to that Rocks cart from the earlier episodes. I'm proud of myself for not saying issues. She wants to know when you were in my head, I saw something, she said. She says, I showed you a life before the TVA. What?
That's impossible.
The timekeepers, they took your life from you. You're a variant, just like myself.
We all are.
Show me. She uses her magic, the green glow.
Ooh.
And she shows her.
She's feeling the glow.
She's feeling the glow.
For all you wrestling fans out there.
After a quick not altered memory, I guess, because she doesn't alter the memories, does she? Well, she can. No. I guess she can by being
slightly.
There.
Yeah,
slightly, but for the most part, she sees some of those memories and she says, "I look happy."
Yeah.
And now she's miserable. So that's probably a big step for her.
Yeah.
It was just the point where she said, you know, I can't create memories. Those memories are real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does mention that she didn't plant a memory in her head. She can only access memories, right?
Yeah.
What now? Says the T-2000. Oh,
she's going down.
That was out of canon. I called her the T-3000 earlier, so I apologize.
Yeah. Thanks.
In the library, Mobius is finally looking at the Ravenloft's.
See what's happened?
So
he's
finds
looking at
out some truth, eh?
Well, he's finally looking at her Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
she's got all the good games.
All the good games.
He knew it.
I have to say, with all their technology, they could have had better screens on these things.
Yeah.
Like my smartphone has a better screen than that.
Like old smartphones had a better screen than that. This is literally like Game Boy graphics.
Mm-hmm.
That's got the yes, it is. It's got the familiar yellow dimmed glow of the TVA, though. So,
but he watches a video that proves a few things that C20 was not going crazy and stuff. She was saying it was all real. I was there. Those are my memories.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, okay, we got to get rid of her. And then he sees.
He like zooms up on her face, eh?
Yeah.
To make sure it's her.
Yeah.
So his suspicions now are fortified.
Well, he's not a great TVA detective for nothing, eh?
No.
They
pay him big bucks.
He's got the information now. Quickly goes back into that time loop. Says, "Do you care for her?" He says, we've covered this back at the... Shut up, Mobius
Heck
says.
up.
Yeah, he's done with the banter.
Do you really think you deserve to be alone? Mobius says. Takes a little bit for Loki to reply. He says, Loki. Loki says, you told me to shut up.
They never stop.
Says, I don't know. Well, you better figure it out quickly, Mobius says. Because the Nexus event that you two caused, whatever it is, it's connected to, it could bring this whole place down.
Bringing it down.
See the
He has the
passion
best
in his face?
faces. Yeah, his
Taking it
faces
to
are
the
the
man.
best.
He does.
It's
Yes, he
hard
does.
not to find a face like this when you're doing.
You can just
clips
make
of
a
him.
whole line of faces that he did
Yeah,
through
you
the
can
whole
just
show.
you can picture his voice in every photo.
Yeah.
So this could bring this whole place down. He says, "Do you swear that she didn't impact the memories of the C20?" Loki believes her. She didn't. He says, "So I just got to trust the word of two Lokis."
Yep.
That's a rough sell.
That's a
Yep. That's
It's a
all.
tough position to be in. And then Loki says, "How about the word of a friend?"
Aww. That's so nice.
This is
That melts your heart. Yeah. Aww.
sorry. I just watched.
Great.
Disney.
Guess what I just
You
watched
did
recently?
it to us. E.T. phone home.
Thank you for that. Yeah, this is a side of Loki you never would have seen in other movies and stuff like that, right?
No. See the soft side of him.
Not until like the later movies where he seems to get a conscience for a little while there.
For a tidbit, for a moment.
Once he puts
Mobius-
that suit back on, he'll be like all
Yeah.
mean again.
Mobius says, "You were right about the TVA. And if we're going to save her, you're going to need to trust me." They come out of that time loop, looking at each other with whatever it is in their eyes.
Chemistry.
They were talking
Definite
about jet
chemistry.
skis.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're met with Laura
Traitor.
Croft.
Laura Croft.
Um,
Wow.
Oh.
Just getting
5
further away
times.
at this point.
with some TVA members. She says, "You have something of mine." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got all the way down here, and I just didn't realize I had pictures up.
I found this on the floor.
You know, I just realized it now."
Yeah, like I didn't know that I didn't have my Pokemon stickers on it.
Yeah. I mean, yours is like a bronze, and mine's like an off bronze.
Yeah. They look so the same.
How could I have told? How could I have told the difference? So he's got to hand that over, and he says, "This is why that question was important earlier." He says, "You know where I would go if I could go anywhere? Wherever I had a life before the TVA.
Oh.
Just riding around on a jet ski.
I'm a jet ski. Yeah.
You know."
Awesome. He had to get it out.
Yeah. They're like, she's like, "Prune him."
Yeah.
Oh no.
This
He
is
knows
like a
too much.
super sad moment for me.
Oh, it's so bad.
I legitimately just threw my hand up and swore
Yeah.
several times at this point.
Yeah.
I just
And it
couldn't.
went slow.
Yeah.
He went slower than others.
Yeah, it was. They
It was
wanted
just
you to
sad.
feel this one.
It was
We
hard to
did.
handle. It's hard to handle.
It's hard to handle.
I just hope he's somewhere riding jet skis now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I've
Yeah.
always questioned whether they're just deleted or whether they're sent somewhere or whether they're sent to their original.
We'll never know.
Well, they can't be sent to their original timeline, but
I guess
And-
we'll never know.
Nope.
you can see the heartbreak on Loki's face
Yeah, he's broken. He's a sad man.
He's gonna cry.
He just called him friend.
That was probably his first like real friend.
Real friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're taking
It'll
him
never
away.
happen again.
No.
And
Lock him
Friend
up.
and his girlfriend all in one day.
yeah, Renslayer goes in to see Sylvie. Sylvie's back. So
she's all wet.
Soaking wet.
yeah. Don't cry, Loki. Don't cry.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't cry, Loki. You'll soon be played by Matt
She's
Damon.
there, and that wet hair might have tipped. That wet hair might have tipped it off, because Renslayer says, "Who was in here with her?" The guard goes, "Yeah, that's where it is B-15."
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. B-15 insisted. Well, put out an alert for her. She's got to be. She's got to be
B-15.
deneuralized.
Prune her out.
Yeah.
So
Turning on everybody.
Ravenclaw's just out there pruning everybody at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. B-15. We got to sink her battleship.
Yep. He's here all night, guys.
Thank you.
So they've got the two of them now all lined up. They kind of express a little bit of a connection there. Are you okay, sweetheart? He nods.
Oh, yeah.
And then
She
says, Renslayer says, "I got it from here, boys." Takes them into the elevator, where there's a little conversation between Sylvie and her. Sylvie wants to know what caused the Nexus event. What was it? What was the reason for taking her as a child? And kind of all cocky like and shit.
Oh.
She's kind of like,
long ago.
I don't remember. No, you can see it in her face, and it's like it was a diss almost. You know, like it wasn't even important enough to remember.
I instantly despised her at that point there.
Yeah.
Like, you B word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you find out it's not Kang the Conqueror is going to be the villain.
So they come into the room and they see variant R69. Oh, but that's incorrect.
Sitting in front of the stairs.
They see these Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
One of them says that the head leader, one that you find out is Grim later.
That's right.
At last, you've arrived before us after all that you've been through. Another one that looks like a Dr. Seuss.
He's got the
He
really does. He kind of looks like the Lorax a little
The
bit.
Lorax, that's it. That's it.
It's a big mustache.
Like the Lorax.
So good.
What do you have to say for yourself before you meet your end, variants? And their voices are all very echoey and almost indistinguishable. You know what I mean?
This one had a little, like almost a lisp or something, though. I don't know. He
I
had a bit of
him
a
to
more
sound-
slurry speech.
Yeah. This guy, he was like,
he's retired.
huh, the original.
Who will speak for the trees?
Loki says, I've lost track of the number of times that I've been killed. Go ahead, do what you will.
Do your worst.
This other one says,
You threaten us?
all your bravado are no threat to us, variant. They're no threat. Sylvie says, I think you guys are just scared. And she kind of tries to go at them a few times, but Renslayer hits the button and zaps her back real quick.
Yeah.
Rewind.
No, variant. You are nothing but a cosmic disappointment. Deal with them. I'm not done with you yet. That was
Is that
Sylvie.
your Sylvie? Wow.
That was Sylvie.
It's almost
That's like
spot
little
on.
girl
Really.
I thought we were watching video there for a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
Thanks. I've been working on it. And then dun, 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 dun.
B-15 to the rescue.
B-15 courageously comes through
For
the
all
elevator that they
time.
shouldn't have known about.
Mhm.
Pushes the button for all time, forever.
Which apparently is the TVA's catchphrase. Is that right? For all
And
time.
then
Yeah. For all
Leaps.
There's a
time.
lot of beeping.
Always.
A lot of swearing going on.
I
Oh,
like the
beep.
subtitle.
Beep,
It's just
beep,
Leaps.
beep, 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 beep,
Beeps.
beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
That was
She,
not a PG. It's not a PG scene. They had to.
No.
Oh,
They had to
yeah.
beep.
Beeps.
They had to beeps that one out.
Yeah.
And she unlocks their collars.
Oh.
They are forevermore free,
Dun dun dun.
which allows
You
them
as
to
you
go
please.
into kick butt mode, which we know that Sylvie can do.
Yep.
Hey, Loki can hold his own. He's an
Yeah, he can.
Asgardian. You know, he's trained up.
I didn't know that their sticks had a pointy end up until now.
And can we clarify why they're swinging the pointy ends and not the
And
pruners?
not the pruning end. Don't know.
Like they're straight trying to shank a
They're just
bee.
straight trying to kill people
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Yeah. No more pruning.
Nice little scene. Again, using the pointy end. They're
It
fighting their
looks-
way through.
it looks like in that shot that Loki's about to pimp slap that guy. Actually.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Oh,
sure.
he's coming with an uppercut.
It's to a point where Renslayer and Sylvie are kind of having a personal showdown now.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got my money on Sylvie.
Me too. She's angry.
Eventually, she takes her down, and she just punches her in the face, knocks her out. Right? Meanwhile, Loki's cleaning up the rest. He's doing his part.
Those guys just floating around.
They now stare at the three timekeepers. One of them says, the middle one says, "You're a child of the timekeeper too, Sylvie. We can talk."
I need to go back and watch the episode again so I can actually hear their voices because
Yeah.
you're messing me up.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvie says, "Oh yeah." She winds up,
This is so good.
throws the sword, the one sword that's in the mix, chops his head off. There's a big spark. It comes rolling down. I was hoping Loki would put his foot on it, like to stop it. Doesn't happen.
Soccer style.
They're just androids.
Yeah. This is a tiny picture.
Wow.
The whole.
I couldn't get it to
Wow.
blow up. But
So
if you look,
they're all dead.
The other timekeepers kind of chuckle a bit, and then they just kind of slump to the
Well-
side, which is what that's supposed to be. And then that's
Is
when
their
she
tongues
says,
out?
"They're mindless androids."
Because you're dead if your head's slugged and your tongue's out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your tongue has to be out though.
That's
Yeah.
to the kids. They know you're.
Yeah.
Big X's on the eyes.
Yeah.
So, well, then who created the time variant agency? Who did
Someone
it?
very handy
Ooh.
that can build androids.
I said I added the W in the word sword, and Monica's
Yeah,
just
swords.
she's just flipping now.
Sword. That's how I
It's
see
a
it. Too.
very sharp sword.
By the way, if you spell sword, like if you say "Did you say sword?" and you spell it, no matter what I
They
said,
can tell you.
yes is the answer
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's spelt the same way no matter
Did
how
you
you say
say
it.
You would have to put in like two W's or something.
Yeah.
Sword.
I read it the same as.
But I
we
say
said it.
sword.
But watch it, Dan.
I
because
get
she will
chirped for saying it too.
Sometimes I
throw it
go
up.
up on the roof
Yeah, she'll throw it up on the roof where you can't get it.
And throw your sword down.
Don't
She's
worry,
gonna throw
it's-
your sword on the roof.
honey. Don't worry, it's not a real sword. It's made out of aluminium.
Mm-hmm.
Aluminium. That's so British of you.
Okay, now we've trolled Monica enough for now,
Yeah.
which she deserves with all the trolling she does to us.
This troll that keeps
Yeah.
going on here.
Loki says,
Troll.
I have to tell you something. Shh. Oh, what is
I
this?
love you.
What is this? I
Oh.
left an unclipped scene in there. That's so unprofessional.
Well,
Well, back on Lamentus, she's like, no more stupid antidotes, please. No more, none of that.
fell in
Monica's
love
like,
with you.
don't even get me started. Back on
That
Lamentus
troll.
1. What is it? She says. And then before saying it,
Oh, dang it.
Our Loki
Not
gets
him,
burned.
too.
that's
Oh.
again.
that's actually
No.
his heart growing the 10 sizes that we said.
No, it's shrinking this time.
And he just
My heart is shrinking 3 times the size.
fades away right before telling his true feelings.
I
And we're
love
left
you.
with her.
One variance
All
to
right.
carry the last
Well-
2 episodes.
Where did he
Technically
go?
two variants right there in that image.
This is true.
Yeah.
Oh.
She now faces her with the pruner, but is quickly taken over
Yeah.
because Sylvie's just much better.
And she's real angry at this point because
Oh, yeah.
her man just got taken away before he got to profess his love.
Yeah. She says, "You're going to tell me everything," and that's the way this episode ends.
I'm just confused, Dan. I'm confused.
Um,
Where did he go?
what has happened? Because
How can
When
it be
you-
a Loki
now when
show
you
with no
were-
Loki?
Well, there's a Loki. It's just a Sylvie Loki.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
now
got,
guys,
got one.
when we
Not the real
saw
Loki.
Mobius go, we were like, "No,
No.
Yeah.
can't
I was-
be!"
I was pretty upset. I was
I turned
really
it
upset.
off.
Oh, we've
I
got
didn't watch the rest.
Spangetti fell
Spangetti.
asleep
he fell asleep.
during the episode or this episode. I don't.
Could be both.
Well,
Could be
we
both.
are
But we're
kind
glad
of-
to have you here, Jay. We're glad to have you here, Jay. You are welcome on the show anytime.
Falling asleep is a common thing.
I do
Tell
it
your
every
bro-
night.
Tell your brother that he said he would also be here, and he's not, and I'm disappointed in him.
Well, to be fair, I didn't send him a link. So
I mean, just
Yeah.
in general on the stream,
Tyler's the
on
better
chat.
cousin. I wouldn't say that for sure. I think you're
What?
selling yourself short.
Yeah.
Tyler's the
You know?
more handsome cousin. You're the more rugged cousin, I think,
I
probably.
think he's ruggedly handsome. Some people have said that
That's
he
true.
looks like me and Rob.
Yeah,
I've no choice
Pretty
but to call him handsome.
Jason's the flack. We're just getting family history over here. Flake.
Yeah. Flake. All right. Enough of that Spangetti.
Damn,
All right. So you said no. How could it be when Mobius was
I did.
pruned?
I was really upset.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You
right
you
from
threw your
that,
hat
from-
across the room. You
I did.
struck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. She struck me.
No, this is getting dark. I'm sorry.
Threw
Yeah,
the
Monica.
tablet across
I couldn't
the
get away
room.
with that. I'll try to strike Monica. She blocks it and puts me on the ground. It's
I'm watching it on this guy's tablet, and I threw the tablet across the room.
wait a tick. That's my tablet.
Oh,
No! Oh, no!
So
No, I
when-
didn't watch it.
Inevitably, when we saw that the same thing happens to Loki, we were
Hmm.
like, "What? What? Well, fiddlesticks and coffee pots. We've got 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
that's right.
You know, how's this
Couldn't-
going to go down, right?"
And what does that look like? It looks like it disintegrates the guy.
What's happening?
Guess what? We've got some post-credit scenes.
Who's ever heard of a post-credit scene?
And there hasn't been any up until this point for this series,
That's
right?
True.
And I've been watching them every time too.
So
just to see.
What is this? No.
He wakes
What's
up.
going on there?
Loki wakes up and says, "Is this hell with one L?"
Which is
Huh? Is this,
do you know what that means?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's a reference to the domain of hell that's in Norse mythology.
Not referring to hell as in the Christianity's hell.
No,
So
which is likely where
means,
that hell is taken from, but we won't get into semantics.
Yeah, but that's why it's spelt with one L.
That's why. It's the domain of.
And he goes, "Am I dead?" Question mark.
See, he's dead. Great. Now he's going to climb out of hell.
Not yet.
Dead.
Not yet.
His
Not
eyes
yet,
are
he
open.
He sits up, and the voice says, "But you will be. Come with me if you want to live."
And
Mama,
businessman Loki
Papa?
looks to the voices.
And he says, this is what he sees.
We've got...
what?
Wait a minute.
Holy shnikes.
We've got classic Loki, Kid Loki, and Mjolnir Loki.
A version of Loki where he has Mjolnir, or a version of Mjolnir, which is apparently made out of a railroad tie and a piston, by the looks of it.
I could make one of those.
So they're in a broken New York City with a Avengers Tower.
Broken Avengers Tower, yeah.
So that's classic Loki, Kid Loki, and Mjolnir wielding Loki.
I did read something. I can't remember what they called him. Boastful Loki is what he was given credit for. So
why would that guy be holding that kind of hammer if he was a Loki?
Well, because in one comic book timeline, Loki actually picks up the hammer. So these are all variants of Loki, Rob.
Yeah, all four of them.
Well, I knew it, but I just didn't understand the whole
four of them.
Hammer.
He's referring to the crocodile, or the whatever.
Oh, right. Crocodile Loki.
But Kid Loki actually has a crocodile.
Yeah. Oh, does he?
That's So there were people who said.
I thought that was his grandfather. In the green.
That's classic Loki.
Yeah, that's classic comic book. But I have no idea where you got this picture from, because that is not what I saw.
Why don't you let us know what you saw?
What did you see? Juicy?
This is what was on my Disney Plus.
I love it.
That's a nice hammer.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
Wow.
It's Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yours
Can you
looks
even
much
hold
better.
the hammer with that hand? Oh,
Weird.
that's great.
Wow.
Weird.
After credits, Spanji says, now are you saying that you did or you didn't see the after credits?
He fell asleep. He didn't see any credits.
Double income, what is up?
You don't know what I saw.
You don't want to know what I saw.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
What she said.
Do you guys think Loki is evil or just masturbate? Oh, misunderstood.
What?
Sorry.
He's a little bit of both.
I think depending on your...
Did see it.
I saw it.
He's a little
depending
bit of
on your
both.
Loki, Monica, he's like that classic Loki comic-wise was a lot more evil-based than
we're referring to this guy here.
MCU. Where the yellow and green.
Yeah, he's very evil.
Yeah.
He was He would be bad, but
Grandfather Loki is evil.
So, where I think that this is going,
Did you not get the second? Did you not get
was
the
there
other part of
another
it
one?
either? Yeah.
Oh, no, we didn't get that.
We didn't see that.
Oh, am I dead? No.
Cowboy Mobius and Model Mobius and
What?
Dog Mobius and Car Mobius.
Car Mobius.
Yes.
All right, that's
Wow.
even more brilliant than the first one.
I like that
Great.
one.
And
That
that
was
is
good.
That's a good one.
that's
Wow.
from the fantastic Mr. Fox there in the middle.
Yeah.
Nice. That's great. That's great.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Goodness.
So I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah, this opens
Yeah.
up a lot of worlds. The
my God.
multiverse is definitely.
I'm waiting for his spinoff.
And then
Go ahead.
so my big thing is what's going to be after those Lokis, because if he doesn't go with them fast, then he's going to be dead. So what's there?
They're definitely implying here that there's a big threat.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm interested. I'm so excited.
More Loki's going after the TVA.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Now,
an army
this
of
is
Lokis.
this is definitely not the last of the variant Lokis that we get to see in this series. Like,
You wouldn't think.
I tried not to watch the trailers, but a few things I did get to see. Does pruning not mean death anymore? I don't think it ever did
Apparently it didn't ever
Not
mean
on
death.
this.
I don't think it ever did anymore, or did now. I always questioned what happened, whether they were just dying or whether they were going somewhere, and if so, where were they going? Does this mean that everybody that is pruned goes to a world of themselves? You know?
Apparently a dangerous world of themselves, at least.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the city
And
didn't get this way by know-how.
Will these guys try to rescue Sophie?
Sylvie,
Well,
she is a Loki.
Sylvie's in control over there, so.
Well, they're gonna
What's
want to
she
be
gonna do?
together.
And what's she going to find out from Renslayer?
She's going to find out that Renslayer's boyfriend's on his way.
Yeah.
Kang?
Mr.
Kang.
Conqueror.
I'm still waiting for Kang.
Yeah.
Or
Somebody's got to
coming.
be behind the curtain.
is Kang the Mephisto of...
So
You know what?
so
People are
Kang
saying
made
that.
the robots.
People are saying that.
I know.
Meaning Kang the Conqueror controls time. Right?
He's not.
Kang.
They go to the world of Deadpool. I could talk about that for a
You know
while.
what? I would be so happy.
Thrilled?
Everybody goes to the world of Deadpool. Yay!
Yeah. So questions.
Yeah.
Who is in control of the TVA? That's what we need to find out. I would love to see Kang.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Whoever's behind the curtain.
It was Renslayer. Renslayer was
the Wizard of Oz.
Didn't Renslayer? Wasn't she looking after his empire while he was off doing whatever?
There's
comics?
some big connection between them, right?
I don't know how
Kang and
closely they're
Renslayer.
going to follow this.
Well, I mean, obviously they've already taken Sylvie and made a huge adaptation.
Yeah. And like I said, I tried to kind of avoid trailers for this, but a couple tidbits of information swept through, and you do get to see a few more different Lokis. One of them being kind of like a President Loki, I think.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that that game I played, the Marvel Strike Force, joined the Grim Allegiance. By the way, Grim Allegiance.
You're just gonna keep pitching that until someone does.
I'm hoping, and somebody will be like, "Oh, I saw the." No, they won't.
I'm gonna do it.
But they did.
Whoa! What's with the knife?
They did. I play with things while I'm talking.
So does Rob. That's why you can never see his hands.
Oh my! They did do a President Loki launch when the show came out, where you could get like the President Loki or Loki for President skin.
Yeah. So that was kind of a bit of a spoiler.
And the knife. That's my second piece of forge work ever. I went to a friend of mine's who has a forge, and we hammered out a cool little knife bottle opener.
Handmade, his second piece ever, and it's looking pretty good for a early piece.
Amateur guy.
So, yeah, good job, man.
Thanks.
Now make me a Mjolnir.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, because hammers are so easily made, I've heard. Anyways, guys, this is probably my new favorite episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. It's just sent me on a ride, an emotional roller coaster.
Roller coaster, baby.
Yeah, honestly,
nobody.
The Mobius thing hit me so hard. No, I'm not roller coaster, baby. Chili peppers.
Yeah, the Mobius hit me hard too. I was like, I was ready to give up.
I just want to know where he went.
I think you'll see him again, and
needs to be covered next episode for sure.
Me and Brad from Bootown's Games and Hobbies. A little bit of a plug there.
Yeah, Bootown.
Anyway, we had a little theory that we would probably see Mobius as a small, like, little cameo where Loki kind of passes by, sees him riding the jet ski. They look at each other, but Mobius doesn't recognize him because memory is wiped.
Whoever, Steve,
right? His memory's wiped.
Yeah.
Right. And then Loki kind of just gives a smile, knowing that he got what he wanted and moves on, type deal.
I like
that's kind of a little bit of a theory of what we think is going to happen.
I'd feel that.
Yay, Bootown. Thank you for coming in, Printex. But yeah, that's what I think we'll get from him, because I can't see them making him a mainstream character.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so either.
So I think that's going to be his little happy ending fadeaway.
Maybe he'll come back as a villain.
And I'd be happy with that. Or maybe he'll be like Coulson, who just gets to be in different shows.
and then later said that that's not canon. And
did you ever notice that when Loki gets pruned there, it's very similar to the way that he kills Coulson?
Oh yeah, the stab from behind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible scene.
Owen alive. Owen's alive.
Let's hope so.
He must be.
Says, I refuse to give up on him.
Me too. Yeah,
you know what? We're all in the same boat here. Mm-hmm. We refuse to accept it. You know, he's got to be out there.
I'm not a quitter.
I was doing some reading today on that, the like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that, and basically it's just been said that anything pre-Disney Plus TV wise is not canon MCU.
Yeah.
Which kind of irritated me, because the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing was based off
there's
of
no reason
that
they
movement.
There's no reason they can't keep that canon. It's not even like it disrupts much.
No.
Not to mention that it already introduces a great character, which is Johnny Blaze. Not Johnny Blaze, but Ghost Rider in general. Ghost Rider in general, which I think was well done in that.
I agree. They changed it up, and it was a solid character for sure. But
yeah, I mean, it is an adaptation of him. Like the Ghost Rider obviously can be taken upon by anybody, right? The spirit of vengeance can be anyone.
Yeah, like Nicholas.
You know, it's literally Frank Castle.
Or what's his cowboy name?
Bebop.
No, it was in one of the Ghost Riders. He had the skeleton flaming horse.
Yeah, that's the
Matt
original
Damon?
Ghost Rider. Matt Damon, yes.
Yeah, Matt Damon. It was Matt Damon.
Yeah, like, did you know that Frank Castle is the Ghost Rider?
Frank Castle?
Frank Castle? He's the cosmic Ghost Rider.
No.
If I'm not mistaken,
When?
I believe that's
When?
actually
Where?
that's who it is.
When and where?
When and where? He's in space.
No, you have to tell us what episode and what page of the episode.
Did I find out that Frank Castle was Ghost Rider?
Yes.
I can't tell you that for sure.
But
You gotta find out.
But he's the Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Monica's cleared it all up.
Oh,
It was Nicholas
Oh,
Cage.
thank you.
It was.
Yeah.
But Matt Damon is going to do
my
Loki and Ghost Rider.
I'm pretty sure they're just doing a whole Matt Damon cast, like kind of like the Nutty Professor thing.
Yes.
Man, he would have to get paid a lot of money.
So, anyways, guys, do you want to close it up real quick? We're
Carter Slade. That's the cowboy Ghost Rider. Sorry. Just got real excited there.
Carter Slade.
Let's
Monica says
we can
Matt
wrap it
Damon
up.
is not the answer to everything.
Well,
You made this.
Until he plays She-Ra, then you'll know.
Carter
Okay.
Carter Slade was played by Sam Elliott from a whole bunch of like Western movies and stuff.
Okay. Yes, you're
Pretty
right.
sure he
You're
was
right.
in Tombstone and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's
Okay, guys.
I'm done. I need to go to bed.
I'm tired, guys.
Hold on.
I told you Tyler was coming.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Oh, he's coming.
I was saying Jay the whole time.
I don't know what was going on. I was so confused.
God, we owe you a big apology.
Hey, thanks for coming, Tyler.
Oh, man. We all been thinking it was Jay the whole time.
That's why he was
Sorry.
punking us.
We're sorry, guys.
Because all that time we're like Jay, and then he's like, "Oh well, Tyler's the better brother or the better cousin." You got
sorry,
it.
Tyler. That was Jay
He
the
says,
whole
"Thanks
time.
for a good night." Monica says, "She-Ra, late night, but he did arrive, Spangetti. Even though we got the wrong cousin. Not that you're the wrong cousin. We thought you were the wrong cousin. Anyway, we're gonna close it up.
Should have known by Spangetti.
We have got some more. Something is killing the children coming up. We're going to be starting a new arc, guys. Very excited about that, guys. We finished up the last one, wrapped it up. We're going to start a new one. Then we've got some new TMNT, The Last Ronin, coming up whenever it comes out. Gonna wait for that. We love that series, guys.
It's a great series.
And then who knows, guys? Once this Loki series wraps up, I don't know how soon the next one comes out. So
something's coming. We can do a Black Widow soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will keep up with everything we can in the Marvel universe. Other than that, we're just gonna clown around, I think.
Clown around.
I'm in.
Clown around.
So yeah, join us on the next one.
Clown around too.
We love doing this, guys.
Clown around.
Grim, you grabbing something
to
show real quick?
Clown around with you.
All right, let's go before Rob keeps Weapon X. Weapon X. All right, guys. Also, new free comic book days coming up.
Yes.
Next month. If you're not excited, get the hell out of here.
Bit Comics has some great stuff. Face painting and all kinds of things for the kids. Outdoor sale. We were talking to them.
We'll definitely be heading down there. We might even, I don't know.
Maybe
if you're lucky, maybe we'll shoot some films.
Yeah, I think we got some great openings coming up.
No.
Well, we don't? Okay.
Yeah, okay, we can.
Okay.
All right.
We got some loot crates coming up. We've got some box openings. We've got some Funko openings. You name it, we probably are doing it. All
Sooner
right.
or later, I'm gonna get to some Todd McFarlane openings.
Ah, yes.
Some
that'll be
figure
good.
openings. Those will be
stuff.
very nice.
Yeah,
Grim
yeah.
also has some macrame owls he was going to
Yeah.
show.
It's very
He's been
nice.
doing
Very
some
nice.
macrame work.
Actually, I did. If anybody's interested, make a video I need to cut together of the making of this little guy.
Yeah, you know what?
Nice.
Absolutely.
We'll show it because you can nerd
That'd
out
be
about
cool.
anything.
That's
Blacksmithing is
I
I'd
nerd
be
about
definitely
dying
interested in
art.
that.
I nerd about blacksmithing a lot, actually. So
It is a cool hobby that could turn into
It's
a
something
job.
that I would really like to learn myself. It's a really cool thing to know.
If
Ooh,
there's
maybe we could do a
if there's one thing,
AFK.
yeah,
Grim takes his blacksmithing.
yeah. If there's one thing my brother Shotgun likes to do is whack his hammer around.
that's right.
So
Oh yeah,
I've heard that. I've heard that said.
I got a pretty big hammer.
so do I.
Oh, I don't.
Uh-huh.
I would grab mine, but it's across the room.
Yeah, you do have a nice hammer.
Thank you. All right. Can we sign off the way we went in with some Go Habs Go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We are
Habs
down
go.
2-3-0, and we need everybody we can to pull for the Habs. The only Canada team left to go Habs go! We got this!
Bye, guys.
Hit that like button.
Guess who's not allowed back on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Scared away the
One game at a time, guys. One
All right,
game
later.
at a time.